In this video, I want to go over the layer assignment so you will know what is going to cut, draw, print, etc. Okay, so here I just made out a tag. I can cut these out of sticker paper for Christmas presents or whatever, okay? Now I have it grouped, I believe, so let me ungroup it. Maybe I don't. Okay, so you need to always check your layers panel. Now your icon might be down here. If so, there's a little bar across here. Just double click on that and it will put it up here if that's how you want it. Okay, so this first layer here is my tag outline. So I need to come to the style panel and choose what I want that to do. Do I want it to cut, draw, score, print plus cut, or print plus cut print? And I want it to, because this is a print and cut project, I want it to print plus cut cut. If I choose that, it's not going to print that black outline, but if I choose cut, it will. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and select all of the rest of it and make sure that that is set to print plus cut print. Now if I come back to my layers panel, I can check these individually to make sure that they're all, you know, print, which I know that they are. And then you can select it all and group it so you can move it around or whatever, and it's ready to go. Just like in Cricut Design Space, you need to have your layers set to what you want them to do, okay? If you want it to print, then you need to set it to print. So for this, I'm going to leave it at basic cut, and then I'll select this, and this. And I'm not sure I can do multiples in Design Space, but we're about to find out. Yep, looks like I can. Okay, so now these are all print and cut, and the one around the outside will cut. So same thing in Create. You just have a layers panel to do it in, rather than having it somewhere on the toolbar. Okay? Okay, so let's say that let me start a new page here, that I import an SVG file. Okay, so with an SVG file, if I expand all the layers here, let me go ahead and ungroup all this, and I'll ungroup it again because I could see that it was grouped twice. Okay, now if I close my black layer, I can see all of my colored layers, and I want to use those as a print. Okay, so I can go ahead and select all of those and come to my style panel and set those to print plus cut print. Okay, and come back to my layers panel to my outline, and I'll turn all of the rest of these off. Now, if you want this to cut, it is going to cut all those lines, okay? And it's probably not, well, I'm pretty sure that's not going to be what you want for a print and cut project. So select all of this and go to Object Break Apart, and then select it all again and go to Path Union. Now you have a solid black layer to fit all of your colored pieces on top of. But your colored pieces are going to print, remember? Okay, so I can actually go to my layers panel and select all of the print layers, and I can right click and group those so they're all on one layer. And then this is my solid layer for the back that I want to cut around. So everything's going to print except the black will cut around the outside, but not any of the inside, but you'll still be able to see like her eyelashes and stuff like that. Okay. So you want to keep an eye on how your SVGs are made. You know, if I were using this same SVG file for, let's say, let me find it again. Let's say for HTV, then that's going to be a little bit different because you're probably not going to want to do it like this, minus the fact that I have it set to print. But reason being is, let me go ahead and, well, I can actually get rid of this one now. Let me, I'm not sure what this, okay. All right, so let me go ahead and ungroup this again. Okay, so for HTV, I probably am going to want this outline, okay? So that I don't have a solid black layer and then all of these other colors going on top of it, making it, you know, thicker. But keep in mind that vinyl does shrink. So let me show you a tip. I know this is layer assignment, but just let me show you a quick tip on how you can account for vinyl shrinkage. So I'll go ahead and turn my outline off. I'll select all of my color layers and come up to path, offset path. And I'll do that by about 15. And what that's going to do is it's going to grow each one of these layers just a bit so that when I go to layer them, and if the vinyl does shrink a little bit, it's not going to be noticeable, or it won't be near as noticeable. Okay, so anyway, make sure that, again, you have every layer set to whether you want it to cut or print plus cut, etc. All right, so in this case for HTV, I want them all to cut. So I can just make sure and go through and make sure that they are all set to cut. And that's all there is to it, okay? So I hope this helps. It seems that people are having questions about how do I turn an SVG file into a print plus cut, or you know, I see several questions on how do I change it, or how do I know it's going to cut, or it's cutting and I want it to print. So I thought I would go over this right quick. Again, bottom right hand corner, if you are in vertical mode and I happen to be in horizontal, if I look right here, I can see, let me zoom in, that I have a little black arrow that tells me I'm in horizontal mode. So my bottom right hand corner is actually right here. So I would need to select all of this, rotate it. Oops, I didn't get all of it. Select all of it, rotate it, and move it up here. And then when I go to create, it's going to cut in the right spot, okay? And for HTV, you want to make sure that you have mirror done here, okay? All right, and then let me go ahead and show you right quick if I have this changed to vertical. And do I want to adjust the objects to match the new orientation? Yes. And now if I come to create, you can see this is my solo. This is my touch screen. okay? This is the bottom right-hand corner. When I had it in horizontal mode, this question came up today as well, so I just want to go over it a minute, okay? So when I have it in horizontal mode, if I go to create, this is my solo, this is my touch screen, this is the bottom right-hand corner, okay? Alrighty then, that's it. Thanks for watching.